To complete assignment number 5, the iTunes assignment, you're going to need to create a list on your web page. And you can follow the following criteria right down here. You're going to have to list 2 podcasts, at least 1 audiobook, and at least 1 iTunes channel that you want people to visit or think about. In order to do this, you're going to have to go to your assignment 5 page that might look something like this. This one's rather generic, obviously, but if we take a look at this, this is basically what yours is going to look like from scratch, at least. It's going to have possibly the title here with nothing in the middle, nothing in the attachments or comments. The first thing you actually have to do is you're going to have to change this page into a list page instead of a web page, because at the beginning of class I told everybody to just make web pages. So in order to do that, it's actually quite simple. We just go to the More Actions over here. That's this button. Let me slide over a little bit. More Actions over here. And we go to Change the Page Template. That's this option right down here. Once I get into that, a brand new dialog box or dialog pops up that says, okay, what do you want to change it to? And we don't want to make an announcement, a file cabinet. We want to create a list. So it's going to turn from a web page into a list page. Once we pick that list, we can come down here and hit Change Page Template. And now it gives us 4 more options, and we want to pick the one on the far right again, which is we want to create our very own list. So we hit Create a Custom List down there at the bottom, and from here you get this brand new dialog. And the thing that you're going to do is you're going to create some columns in here that indicate what kind of thing that you're talking about, whether it was good, bad, or great, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Right now, by default, you have a brand new column called New Column. But what we want to do is we want to say this is the name of that product or the name of the thing that we're using. We're going to add a second column in here, and this time we're going to say here's how useful it was. And this time you're going to notice down here these are the types. The first one was a text type. So in other words, people could type in the text that they wanted. In this one, we're going to create a drop-down list. And in the drop-down, we're going to add our options. The first option should be great. Add another one. And this one can be good. And this one can be okay. And these are the options that you're going to use to categorize your different, whether it's podcast or if it's a iTunes U channel or whatnot. And then we're going to create another column that says description and a final column that says type. And from in here, actually, I'm going to go back to the description and just make sure that you know that you have these as your options, but we're going to leave it as text here. And then the type is going to be a drop down also. And underneath the type, we're going to put in their podcast, add another one, iTunes U, and finally, we're going to put in here audiobook option. There we go. So those are all the different options. When I'm all done, I should have 4 columns: name, useful, description, and type. When I'm all done, I just hit save, and it should create my page for me. Now I have this customized list page created, and I can come in here and I can add, just like you guys did when you signed up for your presentation. You can come in here and you can sort these, or you can create these, any new items in here. So I'm just going to do add new item, and I'm going to make up a name of jukebox, and just pretend like that's a brand new, decent, and we're just going to call it good. That's how useful it was. It wasn't fantastic, it was just good. And the description can be that it's a music podcast. What kind of thing was this again? It wasn't an iTunes U or audiobook. It was a podcast that I found, and I put the description in here about how fitting it was to education, all those things, and then I hit save. And so now I've created a list for myself that I can easily sort through and say, is this a podcast or is this an iTunes U description that we're talking about? And you're just creating that list of those different topics or those different items that you researched. This is how you take care of or complete assignment number 5. Fill in each of those things called for On the assignments page, you'd add in at least 2 podcasts, at least 1 audiobook, and at least 1 iTunes channel into that assignment 5 page in here. And under the description, you can certainly add a link to the actual iTunes U or the podcast itself. In fact, if you wanted to, you could create a 5th category in here called link. That's it. That's how you accomplish or complete assignment number 5.